right, we'll wrap up this portion of the program, the NBA portion, looking at the DraftKings Sportsbook and the 7-game slate. And Jules, will go right back to you here because you so regularly tweet out your bets on a daily basis. People should follow you, check out your advice. Who are you building that bet slip around this evening?
Thank you for pointing that out, Adam. I would encourage you to
follow
me and make money. But another person that I often talk with about this is Matt, who is just shy and doesn't tweet them out, but he does very well as well. I was hoping you were going to go to Matt first because I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to bet on this card. If you're you should have in mind what you're going to bet at, 11, 12 Eastern. But if you're actually betting them, you're setting yourself up for who knows what, because we know follow DK Live, get all the news throughout the day, and crazy things are going to happen. Here's what I have circled, though. I do play the first half trends. The Heat have been a very good first quarter team this season. And I think they are 7-3-1 in their last 11 against that first quarter spread. The Bulls are actually the second worst first quarter team in the NBA, and they've been off to their worst starts at home, 13-20 against the first quarter spread. So I might play some Miami early in this one. I think it's like a 1-point first quarter spread.
Matt, seems to me he teed you up nicely there.
Yeah, well, everyone's teed me up nicely here because we already talked about the good matchups for Gabe Vincent and Tyler Hero, and now we're going into Miami trends. And I just think that this line is mispriced in more of a macro sense. The Bulls, to me, are the most overachieving team in the NBA this season. And until they get Alex Caruso and Lonzo Ball back, I just don't see this level of winning and production and just ability to mitigate all these defensive issues. I just don't see it continuing. And even though Kyle Lowry is out, this is something I've talked about all season with the Heat. Lowry's a really good player, but Miami has as much depth in the backcourt as anyone. And Vincent and Hero and Max Strus and Duncan Robinson, these guys can fill in just fine. So the line has dropped a little bit where the Heat are only -4.5 right now because Lowry's out. I think it matters, but it doesn't matter that much. So to me, this line should be a bit higher. That's really the main bet that I'm looking at. And then, of course, if Indiana sits a bunch of players, you kind of have to be interested in Orlando if we get that situation where guys like Brogdon and Halliburton healed, maybe some of them don't play. So it's Miami and then tentatively Orlando, depending what the Pacers do.
Chinmay Vaidya, first voice, last voice. Where are you betting tonight?
I like Heat, as the other guys have mentioned, for a number of reasons. But I also like Spurs against the spread with the Grizzlies. The Spurs have been really good offensively after the break, and the Grizzlies have struggled a bit. Even with a lot of guys out against the Heat, the Spurs put up almost 130 points. So with those guys coming back with some extended rest, I like them to at least cover the spread here against the Grizzlies.